right, good morning, rugby fans. Good morning, EGRL fans. I'm Mike Eisenhart.
And I'm Emilia Monrad.
We are here in North Carolina to kick off the Southern Division of the EGRL. The Southern Division first game is featured by Charlotte Cardinals and the host, Raleigh Redhawks. We are happy to be here, and we just have some opening remarks for you and a couple of thank yous. Primarily, thank you for joining on with us this year. You know, this little crazy idea called the Elite Girls Rugby League has grown in our first kind of expansion year, and you guys are a huge part of that. And we have a ton of gratitude for you for stepping up and being involved. And that's to the coaches, through the players, to the other coaches. So on behalf of the EGRL, we put two on either bench, but we're going to present each captain an EGRL ball and an EGRL banner. If you have two captains or more, please feel free to step out. And what I'd like to do is, if I can get them, I'd love to have the executive of the chief of the executive committee of the EGRL come out and present those. Chris O'Brien, also known as production, because it keeps us rolling. So let's start with the visiting team. Chris will present the visiting captains. Please step forward. Awesome.
Whenever you hang, you play games. So, we're glad to have you here. So,
all right, thank you. All right, and then now the hosts, the Redhawks.
Welcome, girls. Thank you. EGRL, great to have you aboard. I'll give you one ball from one of you and the banner to the other. Same deal. There we go. Awesome. Well done.
Perfect.
All right, so
yeah, there we go.
Beautiful. So one other feature that we have not yet done, so we're going to do it today for the first time, and this is a little bit of coaching involvement as well as player involvement, if you're up for it. No, don't feel like you're forced. At the half or at the end of the conclusion, we'll ask coaches to maybe give us some remarks on the mic. How's the game going? What are you seeing? And we'll be trying to look out for a player or two of the game, and if you're comfortable with it, we'll get you after the game for a little interview. What went well? How do you feel like your team did? So don't worry about that. It's really straightforward and easy. And if you say something you don't like, we can always, well, we can't. It's live. So we will probably reach out to some of you and just say, hey, would you be willing to just come over and get on the mic? All right. I think we're good to go on our end. Are we doing the national anthem? Yeah. All right, we're going to turn the camera. I'll hold the mic as close as I can. This is a first ever for the EGRL. The teams are going to sing the national anthem. Who's kicking us off? Excited to be here.
All right. It's not.
All right. Welcome back, EGRL fans. We are just about to get started. My name is Mike Eisenhart, and I am joined today with two fantastic co-hosts in Brian Ahern, the steady in our crew, and our brand new premier debut on the mic, Emilia Monrad. It's great to be with you guys. We've got the ref making his way to the center, gentleman in pink, as most refs do. He's got the flags, searching for a touch judge. That is the first task of every rugby game. And we've got Cardinals and Redhawks. So this is a game that we will expect to see some highlights. Both teams very athletic. They know each other well. They have played, of course, multiple times and do all year. They're kind of against each other. We, however, have not seen Redhawks play yet. So this season we haven't seen them. We saw them last year, played against them last year. Very talented team. But this year they're new for us. So we'll see how that goes. We did, however, see Cardinals play last weekend.
Boy, did we ever.
Yeah, and they made themselves known. I mean, they came out with a fury, the Gonzaga tournament champions, and really were solid throughout the day. They didn't really have any exposed weaknesses, in my opinion. What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, so their pack was really working as one unit, and I think actually in the final game the pack got player of the match as a unit because they were that cohesive. Their backline, they were really moving the ball well, really fast on the outside, very aggressive, strong centers in Cook and McNulty. Really, really good job last week, so we're expecting big things from them today, I'd say.
Right on. All right, teams have made their way to the field. We will, as we typically do, we'll try to explain the game a bit as we go. We know that there are fans and even families who haven't seen the game much or don't understand the rules just yet. So we'll work that through and try to keep it clear on the field. It looks like Cardinals are going to take the opening kick, and 20-minute halves are just about underway.
We're lucky to have Mr. Eisenhart with his referee knowledge behind us here as well. So, wearing many scrum caps, as Marge Linares likes to say.
The whistle is blown. The ball is up.
Looks like we have a knock on.
So ball
or
travels.
Forward pass.
Yeah, the ball travels forward after the kick. She fielded it, but traveled off the player forward. So officially a knock on. So it'll go Cardinals' way. They'll be scrumming it down, and first put of the day. Always a little bit of a high energy moment. Usually the sir or madam at the middle takes a second to kind of talk it through and say, hey, listen, this is what we're looking for. Let's be careful and smart. It's something that can definitely go wrong, and it's a lot of pressure. So
that's really a great kind of tenet of rugby, is how well the refs actually work through the safety protocols. Well, there goes Cook. Nice break up the middle.
And gets the offload.
Out to Kirshner.
Oh.
Looks like he was poached.
Yeah, Poach was on quick.
We have Roberto moving with the ball.
So Raleigh takes the ball back and decides to try to move it through their hands. Looks like they've got some width. Oh, we may have a penalty coming out. He's got the arm out. Looks like he's going to call the high tackle. So came in a little high, hit the neck, from a safety perspective, always something you want to kind of establish early, that the high tackles will not be tolerated. So Raleigh moving the ball pretty well. Seeing some nice offloads. They run a fairly open style, it appears to me, so far. But the the Charlotte shape is good. They just kind of keep taking those meters and staying home and playing where they should be. So a disciplined team, just as we would expect.
Smothering defense here by the Cardinals. Oh, turned over. Well spread out to DePaz. Out to Cook. Looks like Cook is in.
Yep, she's going to be in for the first time today. Touches it down. So we saw a lot of Caroline Cook last week. She has definitely shown herself to be a threat in the width and on the offload. She gets there very quick in support.
Yeah, she's quite aggressive in all the right ways. So.
All right, Emilia, what are you seeing so far? What's your take so far on this kind of rugby down here in the South?
Oh, I don't know. A very impressive and strong line of defense on that side for sure. Definitely, how they got that ball and then finally that try there. So very impressive.
Yeah, it didn't look chaotic at all.
No,
They
it was
just
like
looked
very smooth running. Yeah.
Very relaxed. They were fine. They lost the ball a bit. Didn't panic. Just kind of stayed right where they need to be.
That's important too, like keeping your composure. And should I come closer? There we go. Don't want to be yelling at everybody.
So it looks like 10 is going to line up for the kick. What do we got there, number 10?
We have RR.
No.
Oh, sorry, Kirshner.
Kirshner with the strike, and
Looking at the wrong
flags
sheet.
go up. There we go. So it's
There we
7-0, and I've got about 17:30 or so left to play.
Yeah, so Alexa Kirshner, one thing I picked up from her last week was she actually can kick with either foot.
Is that right?
Wow.
Yeah,
That is
she cleared the ball last week with her left foot, which was quite impressive.
I say, for someone who can't kick with either foot, that's quite impressive.
Okay, Charlotte on the move here, up to the halfway line. It's number 7, Patterson. Ball's out to DePaz.
Who also had a big weekend last week.
Really strong
She really
runner.
made herself known.
Dug out by Eversole. Ball moving well here out to Taylor. Taylor taking her talents to Harvard later this year. Eversole feeds it out.
So we saw this player, this is the other Taylor, we saw her last week, and I would say if there's advice to be given, the one bit of advice was you better tackle low, because she's coming in strong with that fend. She hits that fend hard, and if you're coming in high, you're going to take it.
Quick
So
tap taken here.
Yeah, nice run, nice quick tap. Very quick to be over the ball. The poach was attempted, couldn't hang on.
Okay, ball's out to Bizek. Well driven back there by Cook. Actually, it was Kirshner. So ball's moving out. Okay, so we're starting to see some shape on the Raleigh side here.
Yeah, Raleigh continues to take it in strong. They're gaining some meters, but Charlotte's defense is very strong. They're there at every tackle and every breakdown, and they look like they could poach at any time, or at least they're going to try.
Yeah, when you see number 14 Rivera rocking over 3 Raleigh players there, it's great to see wingers rocking over.
Win the ball back, and now it's in their hands. And there goes Cook. She carries a few with her, gets maybe 10, 15 meters, and now the ball recycles.
Eversole out to Bryant.
Big charging run there by Lucy Bryant. Drops the shoulder and the opponent. Taylor going to try it as well. Here we go.
There she is.
So a little more of what we saw last weekend. I mean, Charlotte coming straight at you. Not so worried about doing anything, fancy or anything out of the fundamentals. Just the fundamentals, incredibly consistently hard.
Yeah, no, there's nothing deceptive about what they're trying to do. They're just coming straight up the middle and make your tackles.
Yep. So we got a player down, and looks like we'll probably have a substitution on the Raleigh side. Referee stops the time, so I will too.
So Emilia, what do you think so far?
Very impressive. I saw a very strong ruck out of Raleigh, like right here in this area, and that was very impressive. But then on the other side too, you see Charlotte has like a very, very strong defensive line, which you like to see. And
Yeah.
I gotta say, there's some strong runners. There's some strong runners.
Yeah, this Charlotte team is stacked from 1 to 15.
Yeah, very strong. You can tell pack as well. Their
Yeah.
forwards there.
And in the background, we've got Wando Wahines rolling in. I can see the black jerseys under the tree there. And so that's the next game. So the second game, the feature will roll. We'll take some time in between games, let the teams rest. But Wando Wahines will be featured in the second game.
So on the field side camera, we have Primo, and then Production O'Brien behind the stick running everything else. Studying his YOLO box.
It is something that I think it's worthy of praise. You know, here we are. We were able to take the league this year and build it out to have this Southern Division. Unfortunately, one of the teams had some injuries, couldn't make it down here today, which is never something you want to hear about. So we should have had 4, but unfortunately, Vienna Cardinals couldn't make it because they had some injuries, depleted roster. But these 3 teams who have played each other quite a bit here in the Carolinas wanted to make sure that we got the games in. Players up and walking back, always a great sign. Doesn't look to be too worse for the wear, just a little shaken. And she'll make her way back to the bench.
I do have to say, though, in that realm, I'm very surprised and very jealous of how much you guys have grown since I've played. It's great.
Doesn't seem like that long ago, right?
I know.
Jeez.
Feels like forever, but also yesterday.
Yeah. So for the viewers at home, Emilia was a player for Morris and is now in the South attending NC State, which is right around the corner from where we are. So we hijacked her and brought her in and put her right on the mic. Courageous move to show up and jump right on the mic. So we're happy to have you.
Love to be here.
That's one of the other fundamentals about rugby. You're never out of the family.
Oh no.
We'll always pull you back in to help.
Yeah. That's the best part about it.
Exactly. Get to hang out with us cool kids.
Of course. what better things to do?
Seriously.
Nothing better.
What else could you be doing on a Saturday? Well, actually, don't answer.
Yeah, with the 80-degree weather.
Yeah. It's a good point. Beautiful sunny skies here. Some clouds, but that's providing a little break in the heat. It would be hot otherwise.
Oh yeah.
That is it could be a factor. I mean, I would say the one thing that we know on the shorter games is fitness doesn't come in as much as the longer 70-minute kind of high school games, but with this heat, it could be something.
Yeah, Carolina heat is no joke.
So the lineout's up. Cardinals take it. Referee stops. Says, looked like a short arm there. Free kick. I'm not quite sure. Maybe not straight on the throw. And Raleigh elects the scrum. So we're going to scrum it down, and it's going to be Raleigh's put in.
What a perfect day for rugby. Shout out to Steph Alaprandi, who's usually the main person behind the stick here. He's on a much-needed family trip.
Yeah, he better be watching.
Good for him.
Absolutely.
Better be watching closely, taking notes, because we're auditioning for his
Coming
seat right
after
now.
his job.
The arm is up, penalty. Looks like possibly hands in. I can't quite tell, but it's going to
Taylor takes the quick tap.
Charlotte.
Making a run all on her own.
She says, I'll do it myself. And there it is.
She's in.
She says, I'll do it myself, and I did.
Yeah.
So pretty much right in front of the posts. So we're going to have that kick, possibly Kirshner again. Outruns the tee. Got a very, very adept tee coach.
Yeah, he's got water and everything.
He is.
He prepared.
He's the full package. I guess his number 12 that he's wearing is in honor of Tom Brady.
Could be.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's in honor of Caroline Cook.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I was waiting for one of you guys to jump on me for naming a football player at a rugby match.
Especially in the South. You name like a...
So she lines up ready for the strike. Should be a very makeable kick from what we've seen from her. And it is up and over. So we've got 14 on the board. And we will start it again. So for those that don't know, in 15 style rugby, after scoring, you actually get the ball back, which is kind of awesome because if you're good on the attack, you can pretty much keep it all day, or at least attempt to.
McCoy is our team manager. He's doing a great job here.
Yeah, his jersey says Cardinals. It doesn't say anything about the Patriots.
Okay.
Or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if that's who we're talking about now.
Nice ball out to
Okay,
Taylor.
there it goes. Are we
There
going to
we
get low
go.
this time? Well, it's a good tackle. It's a good tackle. Brought her down.
Well poached. Well, covered up.
Oh, hands are on it. Good job on the counter up. He gave it to her. There it is. Says holding on. And so looks like a possible kick to touch. There it is, and it's up and over. Nice strike.
So on a penalty, you have a couple of options. You can take a tap and just run the ball. You can opt for a scrum, or you can opt to kick for touch. If you kick for touch and make it, you actually get possession of the ball and line out as well. Shout out to any of our alum playing in the CR7s today.
Yeah, CRCs are
CRCs, yeah.
ongoing in Washington, D.C., the Maryland Sports Complex. So we're catching scores and trying to keep an idea on things. Right now, what we do know is that it's going to be Army Brown in the final for the Premier. And who won the Baylor Clemson game? Did Clemson win it?
Yeah.
I think maybe it was Clemson.
Yeah.
So that's another bracket. I don't know who they're playing. So somebody can text us.
Keep us in the
They'll
loop.
keep us.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Big tackle there on McNulty.
Yep, jars the ball loose, and so we're going to get a knock on and scrum it down again.
So we'll have Garcia to put the ball in, who is taking her rugby talents to Frostburg State this year.
Which is a program to be keeping an eye on, I think. That coach has done some recruiting. I've seen him around. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the right person. And he's starting to add numbers to his program, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, Greg seems to be getting around everywhere, and he's really doing a nice job of recruiting and getting the word out.
It is a lot of work to be a rugby coach bringing a program together, and so I always have a tremendous respect for those that are out there doing that hustle. Here comes the ball. Raleigh's going to take it. Looks like we've got a nice slicing run. Does she have the support outside? It appears so.
It's Hannah Mitchell.
That's a good effort by her.
Okay, ruck set, ball's out. Spremberg on the run. Mitchell digs it out.
So I think that tells us something right there. These last two runs. Oh, that great poach, and there goes
Cook.
But I think Raleigh has to feel like they can make those runs. I mean, after seeing that, you sort of have to have a little bit of a confidence there, knowing that you can make that happen.
Ball's out to Taylor.
Cardinals right back to work.
Out to DePaz. Very, very dangerous runner.
As you can see, there she goes.
Wow.
And there was the release. Picks it back up again. Heads up play. That's a player who knows the sport. So, again, those who may not know the tackle, if you are not held in the tackle, generally you have to sort of pop up, release the ball, and then you can go again if it was a clean tackle. If it wasn't a true tackle, then you can just get up and go.
So, quick.
Time is off. He appears to want to chat with the captain. Something going on. He's having a conversation, possibly a warning. He might tell his team to chat. Get out there, captain. Talk to your team. Let's make sure this doesn't become something repeated. Tap. And we go. My clock is showing around 7 minutes left to play.
Loose ball. Looks like we have an offside. That's the one thing about being super aggressive. There's a good chance you're going to give up some penalties.
Another hard charge. Big fend. But the tackle is there. And, oh, good sidestep. There goes Mitchell again. Looked to be a little high, maybe not. Arm was sort of a seatbelt type position.
Tackle by Peacock.
Oh, we got a little playing on the ground there, I think. That's going to be a. Oh, it looks to me like we're going to the pocket here.
I was gonna say he's reaching.
Yep, that's going to be a few in the sin bin for what number we got there.
Might be McNulty. We'll just confirm.
So she's coming off, and got
The 13.
that's going to be a 10-minute sit-out period for her, and she's going to be she's not happy about it, but no one ever is. Oh, did I? Okay, my bad. 5 minute. I said 10. It's just reflexive. I'm thinking of the full game. It's a reflex. No, 5 minutes sin bin. So she'll come back in with about 1 to play.
And that is McNulty in the sin bin. I think that was the tackle on Peacock, who Avery Peacock is actually taking her rugby talents to Virginia Tech this fall.
Cook picks it up and off to DePaz, who has got some space. Tackle is made.
Spremberger has made some really big tackles from the 15 position today.
And she's in.
They're in.
Cook getting her second. Pretty much under the posts. And
so yeah, we'll have Peacock joining a couple of other EGRL alums this year.
Yeah, watched them play a little bit yesterday. So our alumni from Morris, Sophia Loosemore up there at VTech, playing in the CRCs, joining as well. Our Morris head coach.
Prodigy.
Progeny. Next generation progeny, I think is the correct
Progeny.
word. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Progeny.
So
Emily
that's
Dobbs.
pretty cool. Emily Dobbs is up there as well. And
Former Morris captain.
Yeah. Both of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Kirshner going to line it up for the kick again. Here we go. And so this would make it 21.
Kirshner's had a reasonably easy day of it so far. Most been under the post.
Yeah, good
Solid.
centered.
So my clock says about 2 minutes on the card, which means she's got about 3 left before she can re-enter the game. And that'll be, again, if we're close to the Sirs clock, about a minute left before the half is over.
Ooh, missing the ball a little bit there.
There we go.
There it is.
And here it comes.
Production O'Brien doing it all here.
This guy's.
Man of many talents.
He videos, he kicks, he tapes, he dances.
Fielded by Taylor, making a nice break up to the center line, dragging a few Raleigh players along the way.
Okay, good clearance kick. Oh, look at 15.
Well fielded by Spremberg.
Perfect position, fields it. Good tackle.
Well tackled.
Good tackle. And she picks her own ball. That is a handy fly half. So I kick the ball, I make the tackle,
Out to
I win the
Eversole.
ball, I offload, and I set up the attack. That's pretty handy for the number 10.
Eversole was well tackled there by Kirshner on Danielle Kirshner, the number 8 for Raleigh. We have a couple of Kirshners playing against each other. Hopefully it's not a family dispute.
So position, we've seen it a couple of times. On a day like today, not too much wind. Good idea, right? If you've got it, you give that kick a shot. It was really well fielded by 15, though. So, kind of thought we were going to see it maybe come back. But Kirshner, the fly half, came down and made the tackle, jarred it loose.
DePaz made a nice charging run there towards the line. It was just stopped short. So Jackie DePaz is going to Arizona State in the fall.
And that would be the half. So the whistle's blown. So we're ahead of him, or we're behind him a little bit on his clock. So that's going to be halftime. And right now it's been all Cardinals on the attack, 21-0. But Raleigh, I don't think you can count them out. They've had a couple of moments to shine. So
Yeah, I feel like, especially in those runs, like you just need the confidence to be able to blow through, and you got it.
absolutely.
And they're building in confidence as they go, aren't they? Mm-hmm. So we'll take a little quick break here.
Let's see if I can get it in. And now a hat tip to our sponsors. The EGRL is supported by Basecamp 31. What's that?
Well, we're so glad you asked. Located in Clinton, New Jersey and incorporated way back in 2004, Basecamp 31 is a nonprofit that works to build and support efforts that improve health, build community, and promote personal development. The kinds of things that push people to grow and communities to thrive, like the Elite Girls Rugby League. Learn more at basecamp31.org. And Steamroller Rugby Supply. Look, here's the bottom line. Rugby isn't just some game where you throw the ball backward. It's a global tribe. It's not only about sharp skills, it's about looking sharp and a high-quality kit. When you want top quality at fair prices with personalized service, you want Steamroller Rugby Supply. Visit us at steamrollerrugby.com. Have you ever noticed how many sports leagues and teams are sponsored by physical therapists, trainers, and other similar professionals? It's almost like they're expecting you to get hurt and want to be top of mind. Not if, but when you do. What would you call a team of those same types of professionals that do treat injuries but spend most of their time working with you to prevent them instead? Some people call them crazy. They call themselves proactivity, and their customers usually call them first. It's not rehab, it's human achievement, and they've been doing so with top athletes and employers since 1998. Got a business that would get into supporting these great athletes too? We'd love to have you advertise with us. Send our ad minions a note. Email admin@egrl.org.
Okay, so we're back.
I'm
So
on the spotlight now.
Raleigh is your kind of home away from home here.
It is my new home away from home. Yeah, I do miss Jersey, but I'm getting used to the southern hospitality here.
So what brought you down here?
I love NC State. Love the state of North Carolina. Visited down here, with COVID and everything. Visited, I think, my junior year. Really loved the school. Had a really great program. So kind of just all made sense.
And what are you studying?
So I'm studying marine science.
Okay, tell us about it. What's your favorite part of it so far?
Oh, goodness. I mean, let's see. I just added an environmental science minor, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
I have a lot of labs over in Lake Raleigh, if anyone's listening from the area. So we do a lot of like water testing, all that fun stuff. Next spring, I'm going to be studying like abroad, quote unquote, at Morehead City. So it's about 45 minutes north of Wilmington.
Abroad?
Abroad, but not abroad. Yeah, satellite campus, doing some
that's
research out there. So looking forward to that.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, have some great opportunities down here. Come visit me.
Yeah. Do you need a passport to study abroad?
Well, when I studied abroad, when I was in Ecuador over spring break, so
nice.
I needed a passport then, but
not for Morehead.
No, not for Morehead City. No.
Okay. So you're in your second year.
I am. Yeah, it went quick. Let me tell you. I can't believe I'm like kind of halfway done. My finals are done on Wednesday. I feel like I know it's going by very, very fast.
So your final day is Wednesday, and then you're staying around. You're heading back up to Jersey.
Heading back up to Jersey by like the 8th.
Okay.
Got to do some move out stuff. work on campus as like a resident advisor. So
nice.
I'm doing all my move out there. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
I did just. Coach Jan wants to know the score. What was it? 21.
The score.
21-0 Charlotte.
Score was 21-0.
21-0 Charlotte. Yeah.
So what are you seeing out here today?
Oh, I'm very impressed. I'm always going to shout out my forwards. I'm very impressed. They had a very Raleigh had a very clean scrum out there. From I don't know. It's actually not center, but it's a little bit off. Had a very clean scrum, and then off that they had a really great run where I said, like, I think gain a little bit of confidence. She could have gone all the way there, but very impressed by Raleigh, and obviously Charlotte has a lot of strong players and making their runs. So
yeah, some good quality rugby here.
yeah, definitely.
All right, so we're going to kick off here again. Looks like it's going to be Charlotte to put the ball up.
Yeah.
I think both teams are going to be back at full strength. The sir at the center told me that he thought the card would be expired at the end of the half, so she should be entering. So we should be back to 15 for those who are keeping track. Charlotte was down a player for card. And so this time Raleigh will kick off, and Charlotte will see what they can do.
Right to her.
Taylor making a strong run down the line. Dug out by Eversole. So we out to Lucy Bryant. It's stolen.
Oh, there again, smart rugby. You know, they're seeing the sideline and they're saying, "Hey, keep it in, keep it in." Got a knock on. It looks like a little bit of a knock on. So we're going to go back to the scrum, and it's going to be Raleigh's put. So first scrum of the second half.
Garcia to put in. And I think we saw Garcia down in Florida earlier on the selects.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she was playing for USA Rugby South.
Mm.
So some explanation and some talk with the props. Looked to me like he was saying, "Hey, got to go in straight. Can't come in on an angle," which is usually something that you start to see as teams get a little tired. And, you know, those front row players, they like to make sure that they're letting each other know that they're there. Ball is hooked, and it's going to go Charlotte's way. Says it goes backward. There goes Cook, going to power through. Takes a couple of players with her. Well done.
There by Roberto.
Yep, almost a poach. So the teams are very quick over the ball, trying to get their hands on it and poach it. But the counter ruck is strong on both sides.
Looks like we have.
There it is again.
Hannah Mitchell
that time she kept her feet, and so she got the ball. Good job. That was whoever's wearing number 1. Emerson Hayes, it looks like.
Okay, ball's coming out. Garcia spins a long pass out to the opposite direction. Ball's up in the air.
Okay.
Out there, yeah.
So she finds touch, and we will cue up the line out.
A lot of good communication on Raleigh's side.
Yeah. Absolutely key to the game, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of the things you preach and you preach and you preach, but some teams don't seem to understand the power of letting each other know.
Yeah, so important. Especially from someone, too, like number 11 there on the side, like has a really good view of the entire field. Like she knows what's going on. Like listen to your wings right there.
Exactly.
Sometimes sometimes they're saying something you're not.
That's a Brian Ahern'ism right there. I heard him on one game say, when your wingers are telling you what's going on, you've got a good winger. So
yeah, shout out to Megan Matthews. That was my wing for a very long time, and she'd get so upset if you didn't listen to what she was saying.
That's shocking. Shocking.
That
so surprised.
That she was upset that we weren't listening to her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that you didn't listen to it.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
exactly.
Where's the surprise?
I was gonna say, where is it?
So the line out is formed. The channel is set. Looks like it's going to be. Oh. bringing the mark back a bit. So he says the mark is.
Oh, because it went directly into touch. Do you want to explain?
Did it?
Yeah, the
did
kick.
Okay, so not behind the 22. If you kick the ball, so the 22-meter line, which is a solid line on the field, if you're not behind that when you initiate a kick and it goes straight out of bounds, then you have your choice of at the at the spot of the kick, because you're not allowed to kick it out of bounds and retain.
Charlotte really likes to put DePaz in the center for their lineouts because she's a devastating runner.
Yeah, they seem to run a short lineout. It's
Yeah.
pretty consistent.
Ball moving out to McNulty, who's back in from her stint in the sin bin, well tackled by Hannah Mitchell.
And she's running with some fury. That was a solid run right there. Love to
Ball
see a
out to
13
Jolie Taylor.
just churning. That's one thing I will say about Charlotte is they churn. They get those meters after contact.
Yeah,
I mean, consistently every player.
Yeah, yards after catch really isn't something that we look at in rugby, but it's as a statistic. Oh, DePaz is in.
And again.
She finds the try zone. So that's 2 for her today, and 2 for Cook today, and 1 for Taylor. So
Charlotte well in control here.
so actually, wait a minute. We may have the score wrong here. We might have gotten behind. Right? I had 21-0. Was it 28-0? Might be.
Huh?
Because we had Cook has had 2.
Yeah.
Taylor, did she get one?
Taylor
Taylor got.
No.
Maybe that's the
Taylor
one I'm
got
screwing
stopped.
up. Okay, she got stopped before the try line.
Yeah.
No, she
No,
did.
she got one in the
got
middle.
one.
She got one in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
hand
that's
went up.
3. And has DePaz had 1 already, right?
Yep.
Did she have one?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that would be.
Maybe a little behind.
Yeah, I might be behind in my. I really should probably
We should pay
use
more
a pen.
Start,
Should
yeah,
probably
start writing
try.
it down. Yeah.
I want to try writing these things down. Kirshner strikes, puts the ball right over again.
Right
Perfect.
there.
Perfect alignment.
Avery, she's trying to go early.
And there we go. What we can say with confidence so far is that the scoring has been by Charlotte.
Hannah Mitchell with the kick. We had Kirshner rushing back to get in the line. Ball's a low line drive. Well fielded there. Nice strong run right up the middle here
Speed. Wow, with some
Yeah.
by
pace.
Patterson.
Yes, Gabby. Olivia.
Well tackled there by Hannah Mitchell.
And the arm is up. Penalty for not releasing the ball. And so here we go.
Quick tap taken. Balled out to Washington, making a nice run. Well tackled there by Taylor. Looks like we have another penalty. So Mitchell's going to slow it down a little bit.
Tapping away. Here we go. Here's Spremberg. Big solid run.
Solid run. Yeah.
Breaking some tackles. Looks like she's in. Just held up on the
Oh,
line.
we've got a bit of a maul here. Looks
Yeah.
like it's on the line. Do they retain possession?
Looks
Looks
like
like
they
they
did.
did.
Oh,
And here
there
we
we
go.
go. Yeah, Raleigh
Can
keeps
we
it.
find it? Come on.
Push.
Trying to get on the board here. Good job. You get the hands on there. Oh, good cut back. Looks like I think I feel good about this one there. Oh, does she get it? No, not quite there. There, we have a penalty. He calls it a penalty try. It looks like he's going to go to the pocket. So something,
Yeah,
some kind of
yellow
an
card
infringement, a penalty try, and out goes. Oh no. He's sending off just a penalty. Two arm movements. The hand went up the second time. I
With
thought
the
that was a
card in
try.
the
Yeah.
hand too.
Okay, so apparently
Nice
not
little
any
yellow
active
card in
scoring.
hand.
So we got
Hannah Mitchell makes a break for the line. Swarmed by a bunch of Cardinals.
I'm not quite sure what we've got going here. So
Number 4 walked off.
the card to who? Number 4 for which?
Number 4 Charlotte.
Okay. So that's number 4, and we've got another
Avery
card.
Peacock.
And there goes the pass. So we got
Yeah.
the clock running here. So we've got 2
Penalty.
and a penalty
So
try.
Penalty try.
So we've
Yeah,
got
2
2
goals
players
off.
out for 5. That's going to be down 2, and Raleigh gets the gets the penalty try. And for those that don't know or haven't sort of been aware, penalty try, no kick needed because you get the full 7 points. So it's considered an automatic no kick needed. So got a couple players off. The clock is running. And I would say they were about maybe 15, 30 seconds apart there. So we've got nearly 5 minutes.
That might have been a substitution, though, with number 4 on Charlotte.
Okay.
Because two just went in, so.
Okay, we have Winstead coming in for a rally. Okay, so Kirshner organizing the squad here. About to kick off.
Yep, so they're down 2. I'm counting 13.
Okay. I was like, we got to count.
We got
See.
double card.
Ooh.
Ball went backward. He's okay with that. And so you would think this would be the chance if you're Raleigh to really start, find that space. Slide that ball out there, find that space.
Yeah, take advantage of
Yeah, it should be a numbers game, right?
Lower
I mean, you
numbers,
figure
yeah.
15-13, you should have some space somewhere.
yeah, there's going to be gaps.
Wind picking up here a little bit.
I've got about 10:40 to play.
Garcia digs it out.
Stay on. Here we go. Here's the movement. A little choppy, but fielded.
Kazi. They're out by Garcia again.
Good seal on that ruck by Raleigh, too.
So you can tell Raleigh plays some 7s because their instincts around the ball, quick, tackles not held, pop up, release, grab the ball, go again, consistently. Fast over the ball in the attempt to jackal or poach. So those are all set very, very 7s oriented skills, and not surprisingly, that was something that Coach Toby Dickens told me before the game was we do play quite a bit of 7s. Oh, ball comes loose. Looks like he's got the knock-on advantage rolling.
Fielded by McNulty. Eversol digs it out.
Smart play to
Nice
get some
kick there by
clearance there.
Kirshner.
She puts everybody
Chases
on.
on.
Looked like some obstruction on the chase. Referee did not see. Players upset with that, but
Springbrook fields it. Looks like we have a knock on here.
so that's a knock on Raleigh, and it'll go Charlotte's way. So down, getting some coaching from the elder Monrad here by text. Pronounce, what city are we in?
Raleigh.
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 The coaching I'm receiving is that it's Raleigh. Which one is it?
I mean, I say Raleigh. I don't know.
All right.
Am I saying it wrong? Is he?
Maybe that's my Jersey accent.
Sounds like Raleigh to me.
Hey, I live here, so.
Jeez, I'm going with the local Monrad.
Yeah.
Going with the local.
Raleigh.
And the Monrad.
It does, maybe it is our Jersey accents. It just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Oh no, I'm reading it wrong. He's saying Raleigh,
Okay.
not Raleigh. And that's he's criticizing the Irish accent.
He is, yes. It's a little unfair, really.
That's aggressive, Jan.
Thanks, Production O'Brien. Production O'Brien says he's here for me.
So we scrum it down. The clock is still running on the cards. Let's see what we've got here on the cards.
Are they just doing type 5 for scrums?
Well, they have the 2 players.
Oh, out. Yep. My bad.
So I've got 4:30 accrued on the card, on the first card, and then which would be about 4 on the second card.
Even though Charlotte's down 2 players here, they still look quite
So there you
dangerous.
go.
Nice
Still-
position. There goes Rivera, strong runner, coming in from the wing
In from the wing to scrum.
to
Love it.
to go to number 8 man.
Wow,
And
that's
Taylor
a
looks like it's over.
And they score. That's quite an effort. Down 2 players, able to get it dotted down. Feeling good about that, I'm sure.
I don't know that I've ever seen number 8 replaced by a winger.
Yeah,
It just seems like a different mentality, but
Yeah, no.
it shows you how stacked this Charlotte team is from 1 to 15.
So it looks like the first yellow is going to make her way back onto the field as Kirshner lines up for the kick, which means that probably about 30 seconds to a minute, somewhere in there. The second yellow will also. So we're now at 14 players on, and that would be
Peacock coming back
Peacock
in.
re-entering the game.
Yep.
So this is a bit of a tougher strike for her. This is different than what she's had so far. She had the luxury of being under the posts, but I feel good about her making it. She's been very consistent with the strike.
Certainly within her range, for sure.
Good solid strike.
Just pushed it a
just
little bit
passed.
Just a little wide. Okay, and so we continue on.
Looking for the ball once again.
So it's really, they're on the far side. We have one touch judge who's doing the ball collecting, and so we have a collection of game balls only on that touch judge side.
Okay, so Hannah Mitchell will put the ball up again here.
Very
Well
hard charge.
tackled there
Yeah.
by Spremberg. Spremberg's had a really good game on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and there she is
Yeah.
over it again. Had hands on, but the clean out came through.
It was Petty on the carry.
Taylor with a big counter ruck, but Raleigh is able to hold the ball and maintain possession, and here we go. Question is, did it hit her knees before her hands? He says, I don't think so. Looks like it's going to be a knock, which will set up the scrum to Charlotte.
So interesting. So if it had hit her knee before her hand,
Well, I mean, he could say off the legs, right? So you're able to
Okay.
kick it
Yeah.
forward. So, you know, if it's off the feet, usually knees are below, we would say, kick. You know, that
okay.
kicked forward.
Yep.
Looks like the second card is able to come back on. And
So that's
she's
the
gonna-
pass.
The pass going to check back in. So we're now both teams full strength.
Number 20, Winstead. Switching wings with 14, Washington. It's been a quiet day for the wingers, really. It's been a bit of a forward battle.
Yeah.
So my clock says about 4 left in the half here, and so far it's been fairly one-sided Charlotte's way, which based on last weekend shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Look very strong. This is 2 weeks in a row. Oh, very, very
Ooh.
high tackle.
High
I think
tackle
that's, yeah, he's going to go to the pocket on that one. That's
Yeah.
did not. He looks like he's just calling a penalty.
Ava Petty on the tackle.
Quick there.
Hannah Mitchell trying to make some space for herself out here. Out to Washington.
So it's going to be a knock. He's got the advantage. Continues to play the advantage. Good, strong run. And the ball is re-stolen. So the question is, was the advantage over? I didn't hear him call it, but probably if he's letting it play on. So, but that time we've got the knock. So it's going to go Charlotte's way again. So we'll scrum it down to Charlotte.
Number 9 for Charlotte is really doing a nice job. The Eversol kind of controlling the game and the pace.
Yeah, do we have on her the roster? What year is she in? I feel like maybe pretty young player. Let me take a quick look here. Yeah, I've got her as potentially an 26. So
Wow.
possibly a freshman or even an 8th grader. Pretty good.
Garcia is all over her, waiting for this ball to go in.
She says, I can take that space too.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's not intimidated.
Those scrummies. Always a little bit of an edge.
They're usually a
Wearing
little
number-
feisty.
Always a little bit of an edge on those number 9s.
They say you should never marry a number 9.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Lindsay
Yeah,
Eisenhart.
thankfully Mrs. Eisenhart is not watching the broadcast.
Strong look at
She has,
Raleigh there.
she has a card for you, Brian. There's a business card for Brian.
I'm sure she does.
That is some very strong counter-rucking.
Oh, just ball's just coming out a little low there in the Raleigh backline. Raleigh.
There you go. Look at the adjustment. This guy.
McNulty making a strong run here. Well sealed off by Kirshner. Dug out. Taylor. DePaz.
Ooh.
The arm briefly came out, and then it went back. So he said, incidental, no contact. Taylor says, I am going for a little run.
Taylor
and
goes
the
in.
arm is up.
So Harvard is getting a couple of props that we know from the EGRL.
Yeah, they're bringing in some front row talent at up in Cambridge from the EGRL, one from the Southern Division, one from the Northern Division. Could see those two working real well together.
Yeah.
Of course, no mystery there. The other one is Nessa McLaughlin. Morris is on Nessa McLaughlin. So another strong player, the captain of the Morris squad, or one of the captains of the Morris squad. And so she'll meet up with Taylor in Cambridge in the fall. Some good additions if you are up there in the territory of the Crimson.
See, Wynn's a little iffy with the tent and the mic, but it must feel good out there on the field.
For sure, yeah. There's a lot of red faces.
And
Makes
the
that
referee
kick.
looks at the watch, and that is it. That's going to call it a day. That will be the final kick. So we've got all Charlotte. So why don't you guys tell us who you think? Who are the players of the game today, both sides, and we'll try to wrangle them up and get a bit of an interview.
I think there's a lot of strong. I don't know. I'm like losing my papers here. Definitely, I saw a lot of strength out of Olivia Spremberg, number 15 on
yeah.
Raleigh. That was really impressive. She was where she needed to be the entire game, I'd say. You know, really carried a lot of those tackles. Was always there on those rucks. Very, very impressive. Good game out of her for sure. Definitely a leader on the field. I'm losing my paper here. Yeah, wind is picking up. I don't think your mic's on, Brian. I can't hear you.
You're on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute.
So, do you want me to go?
Oh,
Actually, so I think Mike is going to grab them. And
Are
then
they
we're
gonna?
go
Is
over
he's
and
gonna
talk
grab
to
them? Yeah. Perfect. Should I take the mic out of the thing? I'm like, I'm awkwardly attached to like a bunch of strings, but I'm gonna like hand this over to you. But congratulations, good game. So I have a couple questions for you. So just tell me something, like one good positive thing about the game.
I really thought that our offense was really working well. We were really communicating as a team. We were definitely there for each other more than we've grown as a team. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely saw that on our end here. What is one thing you think you guys could have improved on, either you or the team as a whole?
Probably just our defense and getting spread as a line. But yeah, just the defensive line could have been a little bit better, our structure and that concept.
Always room to grow. Sorry, it's not my phone. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the season?
Definitely just playing way more games, getting to know all the positions and just enjoying rugby because that's what I'm here for. Yeah, just love it.
Perfect. Nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
Good talking with you.
Thank you.
Good game. All right, so tell me one thing positive you think Charlotte did well.
Oh, I'm really proud of how we listened to each other. If we wanted to spread wide, we would pass it down and everyone would listen, and our communication was really good.
That was one thing I was definitely commenting on as well. Your communication was really great. What's one thing you think you guys could improve on?
I definitely think that we can, our assist, especially in rucks, I feel like sometimes we like to, grab the ball and run as fast as we can and leave our support behind. So we should definitely fix that so our players can be more safe and we can get farther with the ball.
Perfect. And then what's one thing you guys are looking forward to this season?
I definitely think our, I think we're heading to nationals in a couple weeks, so I'm really hoping that we do really well in there. Maybe place first, who knows? So that's what I'm really confident about.
Shooting big, but good. Definitely attainable. Well, good luck with the rest of your season. It was good talking with you.
Of course. Thank you so much.
All right, welcome back, EGRL fans. I am here with Shay Miller, one of the coaches of Charlotte Cardinals. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's a nice day out here.
Yeah, beautiful day, nice and warm. Tell me a little bit about the last game. What did you see out there? What'd you like?
I'm very happy to be a Cardinal right now. We played the Raleigh Redhawks earlier this season. It was actually our first game, and they crushed us.
Is that right?
Yes. So this is a very satisfying day.
Had a little bit to take care of there.
Yeah, for sure. They are a very back-heavy team.
Okay.
A lot of taller, slender girls. Very quick on their feet, very fancy hands. So we just had to keep putting pressure on them, keep making them make mistakes, and we did exactly that. Our forwards killed it.
Yeah, it's great analysis. We were mentioning as we were watching the play that they seem to have almost a 7 style. They play very quick. They're quick on the ball. They're trying to get that poach and trying to speed the game up. And whereas your side, hard, strong runners running straight at you and basically daring you to tackle them. I mean, that's a great style if you can play it.
Yeah. It's actually crazy because our strategy going in was to get it out to the backs, but our forwards were doing such a good job. We said, "My bad,
Right.
you guys do it."
Doing fine.
Yeah,
Stick with it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
That's great. So who did you see out there today from your squad that you just think deserves a shout out? Had a game that either was a higher level than they're typically playing or just dependable and you're used to seeing them?
Super dependable every time. The best tackler, the best runner, the best kicker. That's going to be Gecky, Alex Kirshner.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, we haven't announced anyone
amazing.
named Gecky, so
Yeah.
thank you for saying that.
Alex Kirshner, she just actually bounced and went to prom.
How about that?
Yeah.
She did. She had a heck of a game.
Very consistent. Just all-around consistent player. Positive attitude, too, for all our noobs. And it was a good environment.
Such an important part of the game.
Yeah.
Hand down both the skills but also the culture of the game.
Yes. She's very positive. She's always explaining, helping, going through the motions with people, with some of the younger players. She's great. And she's got a boot.
Yeah, she did. She had a couple of key kicks,
Yes.
position gains, and in fact, there was one play that really sticks out in my mind. She kicked the ball. It was really well fielded by the 15, Spremberg.
Yes.
But then she was the first one down there, made the tackle, jarred the ball loose, picked it up, offloaded it, and away your team
Yes.
went. I mean,
She kicks it and does not hesitate.
Yeah.
I mean, she just takes off down the field. It's great. I mean, the number of times that she's tackled the person that and actually caught her kick is crazy.
That's awesome.
Like, yeah, it's just good rugby.
Yeah, exactly what you want.
Yes.
An aggressive 10 with a boot.
Yes.
Not a bad thing. So next game, tell me a little bit about the preview in your mind. We're going to be seeing you all play again, pretty much, I mean, minutes after getting off the field,
Yeah,
going to play again. So I love that. I'm not afraid to, get right to it. But also against Wando Wahines, who is perennially a pretty solid side.
Yeah, so we always have a lot of fun with Wando. It's a great team to compete against. Sometimes it's very, very neck and neck. Our skill sets are very similar. They have fast-moving hands. Their back line is very swift. So we love to strategize against that. We love to practice against that, and just say what we need to do in a very similar strategy against the Redhawks that we're going to use against Wando.
Okay, so we should expect to see more of the same. And from our perspective, from the league perspective, this is really the final to determine whether you win the Southern Division.
Yes, we are excited. Washington last week in Gonzaga had a lot of fun there. And, showed up a little bit against, teams we don't normally play all the time, whereas we play, the Redhawks and Wando all the time. So a little bit of skill out there, showing what we got, and now we're back to try to win it.
So one final question for you, which is really just because I love it, and I want to understand more where it came from. At the end of every game, your team lines up and gives a player of the match with a little stuffed animal.
Oh, yeah.
And we first were exposed to that last year in Florida. We played, we from Morris, I'm putting my Morris cap on now, played you in Florida at the Invitational there. And we were sort of like, wow, that's such a cool tradition. Like, where did that come from? Who started it, and what's it all about?
So believe it or not, this is actually only my second year with the Cardinals. I'm like a coach in training.
Okay.
Assistant coach. I really love learning from the Tices. They're teaching me, everything. Top-notch program. Second year, existing. And so I actually don't know where it came from.
Okay.
I was surprised the first time they did it too. I thought, oh my God, that's so cute.
That's awesome.
It's great, yeah.
So it's a little, for those that didn't see it, we'll try to catch it in the next game. See if we can kind of get the camera in there. But it's a little stuffed animal cardinal, and they present to their pick for player of the game, which is awesome. I mean, that's such a great tradition, and we see some of that in other sports, giving patches to the other team. Thanks for playing us. And at the international level, people trading jerseys. But this was the first Cardinal stuffed animal I'd ever seen. I just think it's super cool.
Yeah, I started a college team locally.
Really?
With a university that didn't have one, and a few girls contacted me and wanted to start it. And I also started that. They're the Bulldogs.
Tradition. Awesome.
So I went to Amazon and ordered a bunch of stuffed keychain Bulldogs. So we always hand one out, and hopefully, another team will start that and pass it on. It'll be just one of those things, yeah.
So tell us about your program. A bonus question, because that you just like hung it out there.
Yeah.
Tell me about your program.
So I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and there's a small town, Wingate University.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with
outside past Monroe, and the few girls contacted me and was like, hey, if there's any way you have time to come out sometime, give us a little guidance, just some tips to just really get the program started. No funding, no field, how
Classic.
it is. And I said, yeah, no problem. So I drove 45 minutes out there every Monday and Wednesday. I told the Cardinals, hey, give me some time with them. It was the exact same time we practiced, of course. And they got the program started, and they got some funding for next year, so it'll be like full-fledged. And
wow,
it's wonderful,
I feel like I know that program because I feel like I know maybe there's a physical therapy program at that school.
Yes, so they're like a very advanced, like a lot of high medical programs.
Okay,
yeah. So.
I think I've got some friends who maybe attended there. That's so great to hear. And so
Yeah.
you've gone and volunteered and helped them get this thing off the ground.
They have less than 3,000 students.
Wow.
So and then they are NCAA soccer and stuff like that. So it's a struggle with numbers, as any girls sport is. I feel like. But I feel like next year they'll be able to actually have a full program.
Yeah, you know how that goes. Though.
Yeah.
People start seeing this sport and they're like, "What is that?
Yes.
I got to get involved."
That's exactly what we want.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, well, good luck to you. Good luck in this game. Good luck in that program. That's awesome. And definitely, send us information on the program, and we're happy to continue to pass it along. We see a lot of female rugby players who are playing at a high level, so you never know. Wingate might sneak a few and pull them in.
You never know. Yeah. Hopefully they get some funding so they can start offering scholarships and stuff like that. Hopefully in the next 5 years type thing. So we'll see.
That'll be great. Well, It was really great talking to you. Thanks for sitting down with us. We're going to get back to the action. Looks like Wando Wahines are making their way to the field.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
All right, you bet.